winning the Premier League is always going to be one of the main highlights. So one of them will obviously be that entire season, that feeling of winning, and yeah, the joy that it brought to the whole club, to the city, the kind of story that we told, and yeah, that was an amazing time. You know, I'd grown up around that trophy, seen it many times, had it in my house many times, and it wasn't, because of that, probably it wasn't unrealistic to have ambitions of winning it and have the belief that I would win it one day. So the feeling of getting there and winning it was absolutely amazing. But what you then find after that, which is what everyone who had won it before told you, is that there's a void afterwards, you know, and that void can only be filled by doing it again. So so that kind of that desire, that feeling that you thought couldn't get any bigger before you won it, actually doubles after. So that's the motivation every single day, is to try and win trophies. There's no better feeling. No one really looks back at their career and thinks, oh, we had a good season that season, we finished third or we finished fourth, or we got to a semi-final. You think about the things that you've won together and those kind of accomplishments, and that was a massive one. Obviously, making my professional debut at Darlington, it was a massive moment for me to show and to prove to myself that all the training, all the sacrifices was worth it, you know, and I showed myself what I knew, that I could make it at that level. You know, I could play professionally, and the feeling of playing, you know, in the adults game where it really mattered. There was points on the line and things like that. That was very, very big. The loan spells were all my own doing. You know, it wasn't getting sent out on loan. It was me pushing, really wanting to go out and play football, learn, getting a broad footballing education, going to Scotland, going to Wales, you know, going everywhere and playing every type, every style of football, to make me as adaptable, as versatile as possible, meaning I could slot into any type of team. The will to play, I just wanted to play football. I didn't have any interest in sitting on the bench, even though, you know, that can be quite a good life. That wasn't really the life for me. So going and playing in the lower leagues for me meant that I was doing something with my life, and I was progressing. You know, playing for me was always a sign of progression, always learning. So I always had a very deep belief of I knew that one day I would make it back to the Premier League. I just needed to be patient. A big moment in my career was obviously joining Leicester, from what it's turned into. You know, it was a club I felt instantly at home at. I think having been in nearly 10 years, that shows. So that was a massive point in my career in terms of how my career had gone up to then. You know, I'd been out on loan a lot. I'd been at clubs for short periods of time, and then to come here and feel that connection, feel that sense of being at home and feeling this was somewhere where I could stay for a long time. That was a big moment.